Tonight on CTV, we take a look at some scholarship winners that are changing the community for the better.
Then we have an exclusive interview with our 2016-2017 ASCSU presidential winners.
This plus sports, weather, and entertainment starting now.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening, CSU in Fort Collins. I'm Bailey Lakey.
And I'm Aislinn Carrillo. Well, we have just about a month left of school and registration has already started. Have you signed up for classes yet, Bailey?
I actually have. I just signed up this Monday. I have a good mix of classes, and I'm really excited to start my junior year in the fall semester.
Earlier this week, the Adult Learner and Veteran Services Organization held an awards ceremony to recognize its members and their accomplishments.
Tuesday night, ALVS members gathered in the LSC where Mark Barker proceeded to award this year's scholarship recipients.
Our student population has some very unique challenges. Their spouses, their partners, their breadwinners sometimes in their household. So when we talk about higher education being a transformative tool, with this group, that's very, very, very true.
One scholarship in particular was the most popular amongst them all. This year, the Lineker Scholarship was awarded to a total of 12 people. Jonathan Jaskolka stood out above the rest of the students, leaving the ceremony with an absolute handful.
I received the Josh Chappell, the Donald Banks Scholarship, the Lineker Scholarship, the CSU Veteran Scholarship, and the College of Natural Sciences Veteran Scholarship.
It seems like all of Jaskolka's hard work has paid off this year, as it has also paid off for many other CSU students.
I received the Pam Zimdahl Memorial Scholarship, and it means a great deal to me because it's a very heartfelt process, knowing that it's a memorial scholarship. And I hope to use my education for the betterment of my community.
This achievement didn't only have a huge impact on James herself, but her daughter as well.
I'm very proud for her award. It's an honor for her, and it's an honor for me too.
All of the attendees were very pleased with this year's spring recognition ceremony and all that it entailed.
If you drive on any major highway or interstate, prepare to see more troopers on the road this weekend. The Colorado Department of Transportation and Colorado State Patrol are collaborating to reduce distracted driving. 69 people were killed in Colorado in 2015 due to distracted driving. So remember, texting and driving is illegal and not worth you may have to pay or life you may take.
Did you volunteer for the city Fort Collins in the past year? Well, Fort Collins is honoring you with National Volunteer Week, offering free admission to one local event. 11,000 people volunteered over the past year, and from April 11th through 13th, they can pick up a voucher for free entry to the Fort Collins Museum of Discovery or Gateway National Area. They can also attend events from April 10th through 16th, including guided tours through gardens on Spring Creek.
The ASCSU elections concluded Wednesday night with the announcement of the next president and vice president of ASCSU. 12% of the CSU student body turned out to vote. Students voted in favor to ratify the Constitution, approve senators, choose a new Forever Green t-shirt design, and of course elect the next ASCSU executive leaders. The election was a tight race with only 22 votes separating Daniela Pineda-Soroka's campaign from Ashley Higgins' campaign. Daniela Pineda-Soroka and Mike Galinsky received 1,596 votes and were announced the victors of the election. They will serve as president and vice president for the 2016-2017 school year, and the two are thrilled about their win and look forward to getting to work.
When my eyes looked at that screen and I couldn't believe it. It was real. All of our hard work paid off.
Yeah, one of the first things that went through my mind is I just can't believe it. I had to look up at that screen, make sure it did say our names.
Yeah.
I was speechless, and I still don't know what to say. And that's it.
We're ready. We're ready to take this on.
And we have both winners here tonight for an exclusive interview after this short break.
You don't want to miss it.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and KCSUFM.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
We have the winners of the ASCSU presidential race with us this evening. Congratulations, guys. Thank you, Danielle and Mike, for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
So first question, just to dive in, tell me a little bit about your journey and what it's been like these past 2 weeks campaigning for the ASCSU president's race.
To say the least, definitely a roller coaster. It started off with a lot of ambiguity, especially with the first part of the campaign week when I wasn't sure if I was going to have a vice president or if I was going to continue in the race. But luckily, Mike and I partnered up. We hit the ground running, and we're super excited. We can't believe this. We're still living a dream, absolutely.
Yeah, I think, it was such a great time campaigning, through the wind, through the snow. We had sunny days where we're just sweating out there, It was just so impactful, and it's once in a lifetime experience I'm so glad to be a part of. And those 2 weeks will forever change my life, and I'm glad it all amounted to something.
Yeah, and to go off of that, for you too, what was your inspiration and what really made you want to run for president and vice president?
I guess in terms of vice president, I approached Danielle when I heard about her vacancy with, talking to her about her being an outsider and about her vision and my vision and coming together to form this insider and outsider perspective. And I thought that was something that was really beautiful and something really necessary for students, especially in ASCSU. And so after that, we had that discussion. We decided that this could be one of the best fits ASCSU could possibly have, and that's something that really impacted me. I'm really glad, and that's why I decided to run.
And then personally, I was just having a conversation with a close friend, one night. I was in the midst of all the heat of ASCSU. There was just lots of headlines and negative feelings, and so I was just like, well, what would I have done if I was president, or what can I do? Can I run? Next steps were going to see what the process was like. I thought you had to have maybe some ASCSU experience before, but you didn't. So I hit the ground running with that again, and definitely because I've already been doing the work that I feel like that will be useful in ASCSU when it comes to inclusion, when it comes to collaboration with campus partners. I was already doing that at a minimal capacity. It was a great role, but I feel like I really outgrew it, and so definitely wanted to do it on a larger scale, and look where we are now.
And during your campaign, I know you ran on a platform and you have some issues that you're planning to tackle. So what are some of these main issues that you're wanting to look at in your upcoming term and really hit the ground running with?
Okay, the biggest one for me, obviously, is last night. It really solidified it. The diversity bill passed, and I couldn't be happier. Just because, although it's not perfect, like we've been saying, it's the first step. And I really want to start, recruiting, helping to recruit these new senators. Working with the directors of the office. I've had conversations with them today, and they really want to see someone taking those roles, representing those offices. And they don't necessarily, maybe have to identify with the office, with what the office is about. Personally, for example, me. I'm an inclusive community assistant for the Native American office, but I am Latino, and they chose me as someone who's going to best represent them. And so really looking at it in that approach, I feel is going to be really beneficial in the hiring process. So definitely going to take that on.
And I think one of the other platforms was about education. And I think what's really important about that is inside the classroom and outside the classroom. So one of the things that we're going to be looking at is when we're inside the classroom, those students, what are you learning with your degree? Looking at the core curriculum, looking at these other classes. But then also outside that classroom, involvement with organizations, involvement with fraternity and sorority life, involvement with the residence hall, talking about what you learned there and taking those values that may not everyone reaches and not everyone touches and everyone gets to experience those events and those philosophies and those values, and making sure that those marketing those things. And then also about environment is a big one, working with alternative transportation and sustainability. And that's something that we're really big on, and that's something we really want to work on in the first 30 days, is figuring out where we stand on those two issues.
Yeah, well, thank you again, guys, for being here tonight. We wish you the best of luck for your upcoming term. Nicole Conklin is up next with your 7-day forecast.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole Conklin, your weather anchor for tonight. Currently, we have our live come up here at CSU campus, and as you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. We have a lot of wind going right now. You can see that flag, but it will die down as the night continues. We had a beautiful day today. The wind just picked up a little later this afternoon. Currently, the temperature here in Fort Collins is about 60 degrees, nice and warm. Like I said, we're going to have those 10-mile-an-hour winds, but they're going to cool down and slow down. That's actually what I meant. And the clouds will go away as the night continues. But for right now, we're going to have a little bit of cloud coverage. Looking at the state lows right now, on the western slope, we have a 29 in Gunnison, a 30 in Vail, and a warmer 45 in Grand Junction. That'll be the warmer temperature on the western slope. On the eastern plains, we'll have a 30 in Lyman, 33 Burlington, and a warmer 36 in Lamar. It's going to be pretty chilly, mid-30s on the eastern plains. Looking at the I-25 corridor, we have a 40 in Pueblo, 36 Colorado Springs, 39 Denver, and a 38 in Fort Collins. We're above freezing, so I am not complaining. Looking at tomorrow's highs, it's going to be beautiful. It's pretty similar to what it was like today. On the western slope, we'll have a 64 in Gunnison, 61 in Vail, and we'll have a nice 74 in Grand Junction. But we're going to have a cooler 54 in Telluride, one of the cooler temperatures on the western slope. On the eastern plains, we have a nice 76 in Lamar, 70 in Burlington, 67 in Lyman, so pretty mid to high 60s, I would say. On the I-25 corridor, we have a 70 in Pueblo, 63 Colorado Springs, 66 in Denver, and a 65 in Fort Collins. Should be beautiful. Now, tomorrow is finally Friday. 8 a.m. should be pretty nice, but pretty cool at 44 degrees, and we'll warm up around noon, partly cloudy also, but it'll be a nice 61, so the clouds won't really matter. And around 4, those clouds will disappear again. Around 4 p.m., it's going to be 67 degrees. It's going to be beautiful. The breezes will pick up. Heading out the door tomorrow, definitely grab those sunglasses because the clouds will not last long. You're going to want those shades when the sun's around. And a light jacket might be a good idea because it is going to be pretty cold in the morning, but it will warm up, so you're going to want to shed it around 10. And don't forget that smile because it is Friday, and I know I say that every Friday, but I'm always excited for Friday. Taking a look at our 7-day planner, it'll be a nice high of 69 tomorrow, and it's going to be an even nicer weekend, 73 degrees, and we're going to warm up to 72 on Sunday, but the rain is going to start to show up. We have about a 70% chance of rain on Sunday. Carrying over to Monday, we're going to have only a high of 59 degrees, and the rest of the week will warm back up, 68 on Tuesday, 72 Wednesday, and a nice 77 on Thursday. It'll be a nice weekend, so take advantage of the weather. Hopefully there'll be some sports games going on so you can check it out. Grace and Rachel are up next with Double Trouble.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Good evening, and thanks for tuning in to Double Trouble. Tonight we have some special guests for you. I'm Rachel Viho.
And I'm Grace Reeder.
With less than a week away until National Signing Day, men's basketball head coach Larry Eustace will now look to fill 2 new assistant positions. Leonard Perry will be departing CSU's coaching staff for Pacific University after 4 years under Eustace at CSU. Perry spent nearly half of his career playing as well at other universities with Eustace. This after Ross Hodge left to join Arkansas State staff as associate head coach.
CSU wide receiver Elroy Masters has been selected to attend the NCAA Student Athlete Leadership Forum this weekend in Phoenix. Masters has a 3.55 GPA, is vice president of CSU's SAAC chapter, and was part of the John Mosley Leadership Program. He was nominated by CSU's Academic Support Services and will be one of 2 representatives from the Mountain West.
Before we bring on our special guest tonight, we are just going to recap the world of Ram sports.
The CSU softball team had a tough weekend against Boise State and San Jose State. The Rams played 6 games in 4 days, winning 2 of those games and losing 4. The CSU football team has their first spring game this Saturday. The Rams lost quite a few offensive and defensive starters, so the battle for starting positions is going on throughout the team. Last but not least, on Saturday, the men's rugby team found redemption against in-state rival CU. The Rams beat the Buffs 62-5. I'm joined by Jake and Ben from the CSU hockey team. Guys, thanks for joining me tonight. So first of all, what are you doing during the off-season to prepare for next season?
Go for it. Just taking everything day by day, try to stay in the gym and trying to work out as much as we can. It's nice to have a little break and focus on school, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would agree. Trying to get on the ice as much as we can, trying to keep our legs under us. But like Jake said, get in the gym and really work hard, really prepare for next season.
And what are your goals for next season?
Well, the past 3 years that we've played, we've made it to the national tournament, and I think that's our goal every year. We're going to try to get back there and do a lot better than we have in the past. So.
Yeah.
I think the same as him, try to win it this year instead of just making an appearance as always.
What's it like to get to a big game like that and then lose?
It hurts. It hurts a little bit. It's tough. I mean, it's cool to be there and it's like always fun and stuff, but like I said, it's not as fun. It's probably better to win it. We wouldn't know, but hopefully we do one day.
Fair enough. Are you guys expecting a lot of people to come out for tryouts this year?
I think we are. We're looking to have a really solid team next year. We're not losing too many people, unfortunately. We are losing a few seniors. But we're going to have a really solid team next year. It's going to be fun.
And what seniors are you guys losing, do you know?
Yeah, 3 very solid players, Mikey, Brock, and Jake. I mean, it's tough to lose those guys because those are like the heart and soul of the team. They've been here for 5 years, so when you lose someone like that, it stinks.
And our producer wants to know, have you guys ever gotten in a fight?
I haven't. I'm a lover.
All right, fair enough.
I have been in a fight, yes.
Yeah, let's hear the story behind this.
I played juniors before I came to college, and I mean, that's kind of where you can fight. They let you do that. You sit in the box for 5 minutes and play, and wanted to test it out.
All right.
Try to fight someone.
Did you win?
I did win, actually. Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, are you two playing hockey after you graduate, or is this just something for fun?
I mean, it would be awesome to play after college, but as of right now, we just kind of do it for fun. I mean, we're mainly here for school, but there is one player on our team named Alec Orm who's gotten a couple pro contract offers, which is really cool. So hopefully he can go out there and make some money. But
nice. And you just got a first team all-conference honors. What was that like?
Just an honor. It's just awesome to be recognized like that. And I mean, I couldn't do it without these guys. So just good to get the CSU name out there and stuff. So
nice. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. Stay tuned because Entertainment with Courtney Fromm is up next.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
I'm Courtney Fromm, and I have your entertainment news for tonight. One of the greatest things about the Colorado State campus is all the different things going on to get us students through the week. The LSC has found several different ways to get students over that Wednesday hump. Yesterday, I got the chance to go down into the Ram Skellar and check it out. The Ram Skellar holds the LSC Live event each Wednesday at 3:15 p.m. Working with Spokesbuzz, CSU Ram Events, and CSU Student Media, students are able to come down and enjoy a beer and some free live music by some local bands. Students must be 21 to drink, but are still welcome to come down and enjoy if they're not 21.
Yeah, I come to the Skellar live events every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. It's just perfect because it's right after my class and a great way to blow off some steam. And I love beer and I love Colorado State University, and it's just things like this.
The events will continue until their final one on May 4th, but Ram Events is planning on having the LSC Live continue into the fall semester, encouraging more students to come down and enjoy the fun event.
We got into the Spokesbuzz Springboard, which is a bunch of bands that they still do some marketing for, do some booking for, and kind of get us into cool situations like LSC Live.
Which is super cool. I mean, I've been on several campuses as a long-term student, grad student, and I've never seen anything like this where it was so well produced and really professional feeling. I think for us too, we get a real clear sense of everything that's going to happen in the day and when and where, and how it's really
professional,
nice.
which
Yeah.
doesn't happen a lot.
You'd be
Even when you
surprised how
when you think it should be professional, it's not always professional, but this is really
Yeah.
well put together.
Courtney Fromm, CTV News. I plan on attending next week's LSC Live event to help with those in the middle of the week blues. Remember, it is every Wednesday at 3:15 p.m. in the Ram Skellar. Fort Collins this weekend is packed with some fun things to do. The band Late Night Radio will be performing at the Aggie Theater this Saturday. Artist Alex Medellin, the producer and the artist of the Late Night Radio, describes his music as funky and inventive with an unshakable commitment to soulful grooves. Doors open at 8 p.m. and the show starts at 9 p.m. You can buy your tickets at the door. With all the beautiful weather we have had, this Saturday there is a bison exploration at Soapstone Prairie Natural Area. Participants will be able to go out and explore the natural bison area and even have the chance to see the bison herds close up. Make sure you wear closed-toed shoes and bring your sunscreen. The event starts at 9 a.m. on Saturday, and you can register before at www.naturetracker.fcgov.com. Go ahead and check it out. Now time for my favorite part of the week, Pup of the Week.
Let the dogs out!
My name is Lachlan O'Neill, and this is my service dog, Jasper. I've had him for a year. We actually got him from the Dumb Friends League. He worked with somebody who was in the military, so he worked with somebody with PTSD in the past, and when they were deployed again, he had to go to the shelter. So we were so lucky to have found him, and he has just been a blessing.
I must say it was very tempting to try and not pet Jasper during filming. Students on campus do need to realize when a service dog is working and make sure you always ask before you just go ahead and pet them. You can go on and follow Jasper on Facebook at Jasper the Service Dog. And thank you, Jasper, for being my pup of the week. That is all I have for you tonight, Rams. This weekend, make sure you go outside and enjoy this beautiful spring weather. And tune into CTV next week, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you for watching, and good night.